what's going on with Brock Purdy's extension. Here's what Ian Rapoport said. I have not gotten the sense that it will get done soon, but it does at least seem like it's going in the right direction. And then he asked him, like, so what do you think? When do you think it's going to get done? And he says, usually it's like he's going to sign right before training camp. And then if he doesn't, he'll hold in a lot of times. Usually gets a sense. What do you think of the senses that Ian Rapoport's getting?
Okay. It's quite possible that Ian Rapoport has a reputable source. So, Ian, if you do, God love you. But it doesn't sound that way to me. It sounds like I got a sense. Where do you get the sense from? He didn't say he spoke to someone with knowledge of the negotiations. I got a lot of senses. I got a sense I'm going to go to bed at 11 o'clock tonight, but it could be 11:15. So it sounds, again, Ian, you may have something that I don't have, that I don't understand, but it sounds just like talking, speculating.
Yeah. It sounded like Pat McAfee asked him for the inside scoop. And instead of saying, look, I honestly don't know, he said, I get the sense. And you could get the sense based on press conferences or whatever you've heard or your understanding of the league and the market and the history of the position, all those things.
Iggy,
but
do you have a sense?
That's what I wanted to say. As long as we're dealing in senses here, I got a sense. I got a source. Now, is the source reputable? I don't know. Don't know the person's name, face, gender, but they DM'd me on Twitter, which makes them a source. And this person has been DMing me for months, giving me a step-by-step process of what's going on with the 49ers and Brock Purdy. And according to this source, the deal is done right now. That's the sense I'm getting. It's done right now, and it could get announced by Friday, by Monday. Now, is this source correct? I don't know. But I feel like I have at least as good of a sense as Ian Rapoport.
Well, you have dueling senses.
Dueling senses.
He has a long-term sense. You have a short-term sense. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see which sense makes sense.
The sense I'm getting is that they've agreed on essentially everything. The average annual value is going to be around what Tua's making, which is $53 million a year. The Niners are going to feel like they won the deal because it's going to be team friendly in some way. And I think they want to, I don't know what I think. For what I heard from this one thing, it could happen Friday. The first day of rookie minicamp is Friday. So I'll be there. All the coaches and media will be there. If they wanted to announce something big, it would be really convenient for Friday to be the day. PrizePicks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. PrizePicks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So, when I'm doing PrizePicks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the fourth quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win. I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a PrizePicks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell them Grant sent you.
I have a sense that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I have a sense.
Now, I want to tell you what my sense is on a larger picture. I don't care when they get the deal done. I couldn't care less. You know what I mean? They're going to get it done. So, but let's not even talk about a time frame. Let's just talk about the deal.
The deal.
So I think we both have a sense. I'm liking this sense, Iggy. Mm-hmm. I think we both have a sense that there's going to be a 5 before everything. It's going to be 50,000 plus. I also have a sense, and you just said this, that although it's going to look really lucrative, I have a sense it's going to be written in a way that it looks good for Purdy and for his agent, because that matters a lot, I think, I have a sense it matters a lot to the agent, and that they can both claim a victory, but probably the guaranteed money will not be through the roof, and maybe it'll be, I don't know, front loaded, and they could get rid of him and it later on. The only thing that worries me about it's not the money, because it's not my money, and they're entitled to use their money any way they want. What troubles me, it seems like, I get a sense they're going to commit themselves to Purdy long term, that he is their Joe Montana, that he is the quarterback season after season after season. And that troubles me. And I'm going to say it blunt, because although he has many good qualities, Purdy, I don't think he's an elite quarterback. And if I were running the show, I would have competition. I would not cede him that leadership in perpetuity. That's my sense.
It's a great sense. I have a different sense. I get the sense that while you're correct that the Niners should not commit themselves to Brock Purdy, I get the sense that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan don't have the luxury of starting over at the quarterback position. They're going into year 9. They're coming off a 6-win season. They both have contracts that are up in the next few years. They haven't gotten an extension in a couple of years, which is like a long time for them. I get the sense that Purdy's it for them. They got to make it work with Purdy. And if they are successful with Purdy, then they'll be successful. And they're not successful with Purdy, the Niners could start over completely in 2-3 years. Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals factor in the flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/Cohn50off and use code Cohn50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's Cohn50off at factormeals.com/Cohn50off for 50% off plus free shipping.
Okay. I like your sense.
It's a sense. I don't know that I'm right. It's just a sense that I'm getting.
Your sense makes sense.
Thank you.
That, in other words, they've gotten the word do or die with Purdy.
They keep saying, as long as we're here, this is the quarterback we want. Could also be, as long as we're here, this is the quarterback we're allowed to have.
I like it. I really like it. Iggy, if that's the case and it's their business and it's their money, I have a certain amount of skepticism. I do not think that Brock Purdy is the kind of quarterback that I would hitch my wagon to.
I agree. They should still have their eyes open. They should be looking for alternatives the way Minnesota was. They had Sam Darnold, but instead of paying him, they decided to go with a young guy for a couple of years. And they'll see if they want to pay the young guy. They could keep their options open at the quarterback position. And I think that's an intriguing way to go about roster building in modern NFL, considering how expensive that position gets and how much you have to pay quarterbacks who are good, not great. It'd be kind of cool to see the Niners say, Brock, you're good, but not great. And we're not going to pay you great money. And we're going to take the risk and step out in the unknown and see if we can find another quarterback who can do what you do for cheap.
I would have competition, Iggy. What's wrong with competition on a team? I'd bring, and maybe they have brought this guy in, this Jones, maybe, but I think competition is good, and I think Purdy should welcome it.
I agree. But again, from what I'm hearing, and my source is as good as anyone's, Friday or Monday, guys. Let's see what happens. See if I'm right. I would like to be right. It'd be fun to be right, but I ultimately don't care.
One other thing, and this shows how absurd this conversation is. I don't think he's worth Purdy $50 million. I think he's worth $30 million.
Yeah.
Base, it's a C. C is C plus. I'm talking about million. I worry about going to Safeway and buying eggs. So for me to be talking about millions is so ridiculous. But
I know.
okay, I'm willing to do it.
It's just relative. It's like, is he worth 50, 40, 30, whatever? All I know is that if you draft a quarterback and he's a second round pick, he's getting paid $2 million a year. Is he that much worse than Brock Purdy? Can he function in a very quarterback friendly offense with all these weapons and guys open because of the play caller? I mean, Brock Purdy did it once upon a time. He was a 7th round pick. I feel like other people could do it. Jimmy Garoppolo did it. He was highly successful with the 49ers, and he's not good.
Yeah. And again, I want to point out that Purdy did not have a good last season, last half of last season. I've heard a lot of excuses. The fact is he didn't perform that well, and he threw a lot of picks. I don't make excuses for him. I'm not his father. He didn't look good. And I have a sense that it gives me pause.
Joshua Wyatt has a sense that the Niners will be the proud owner of the worst contract in football. Are the Niners really ready for the national media to frame their every weakness through the lens of that contract?
And the contract we're talking about is Purdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
interesting.
Yeah, they got misgivings about the IU contract. Wait until you pay double for Brock Purdy.